A wave of 1970s comfort foods is making a comeback, and food historians are taking note. From hamburger helper to fondue parties, home cooks are ditching the box and reviving these era-defining dishes. Tuna noodle casserole, quiche, carrot cake, black forest cake, beef stroganoff, pineapple upside-down cake, cheese balls, and casseroles are reappearing at tables and gatherings. In this video, we explore why these retro favorites are back on the menu and what they reveal about food culture then and now. 1. Hamburger helper returns as home cooks ditch the box. Less than P greater than the decade brought us countless convenience foods, but none captured the American kitchen quite like hamburger helper, which hit the US market during a time of economic hardship when the economy was stalling, prices were rising, and Americans were looking for something to help stretch their budget. It launched in 1971 with an initial offering of 5 different flavors: beef noodle, potato stroganoff, hash, rice oriental, and chili tomato, becoming an instant success, managing as it did to both invent and then dominate the dry dinner mix market throughout the decade. Less than P greater than today's version looks remarkably different from the original box. The boxed dinner was actually created in the 70s during a meat shortage for a quick and easy meal for families, while my lightened up version is almost just as quick and easy, and filled with ingredients you can actually pronounce. Home cooks are embracing scratch-made versions using fresh herbs, whole grain pasta, and lean proteins instead of the mystery powder packets of yesteryear. Less than P greater than. 2. Fondue parties stage their golden comeback. Less than P greater than cooking your own food right in the middle of the table was all the rage in the 70s. And while cheese fondue was a big part of it, options extended into cooking beef in a pot of oil, or other ingredients in a pot of broth, what we would now call a hot pot. While these cooking methods are still around today, you were definitely fielding more invites to fondue parties back then than you are today. Less than P greater than we're not entirely sure why a big vat of molten cheese ever went out of fashion, but we'd definitely like to see fondue back on the dinner table soon, and not just in ski resorts. It makes the perfect dip for chunks of bread, potatoes, leftover roasted vegetables and more. Fondue, as we know it, dates back to the 1800s, but it was particularly popular in the 1970s. Modern fondue enthusiasts are upgrading the experience with artisanal cheeses, craft beers, and sophisticated wine pairings that would make the original Swiss proud. Less than P greater than. 3. Tuna noodle casserole gets a modern makeover. Less than P greater than there's something fishy about the tuna noodle casserole, and it's all good. Egg noodles, canned tuna, peas, and cream of mushroom soup come together in a dish that's as comforting as a hug from grandma. This simple combination became the foundation for countless family dinners across America. Less than P greater than channeling that nostalgic dish, I took the flavors and ease of tuna helper and turned it into this one-pot creamy tuna noodle casserole. Cooked in a Dutch oven, it has lots of flaky tuna, sweet peas, and tender noodles in a creamy, cheesy sauce. Oh, and it's ready in less than 30 minutes. Today's version skipped the canned soup in favor of homemade cream sauces with real herbs and spices. Many cooks are also experimenting with sustainable fish alternatives and adding fresh vegetables like cherry tomatoes and spinach. Less than P greater than. 4. Quiche reclaims its place at the brunch table. Less than P greater than brunch, replete with quiches of all sorts, became de rigueur. No self-respecting diner would be caught dead eating before 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. By decade's end, no self-respecting man would be caught dead eating quiche. Despite the cultural jokes that followed, quiche never really disappeared from sophisticated kitchens. Less than P greater than additionally, fondue, carrot cake, pasta primavera, and quiches, as well as brunches, complete with eggs Benedict, and potluck-style dinners became trendy. Modern quiche makers are embracing global flavors and seasonal ingredients that would surprise the original French chefs. Quiche recipes increasingly incorporate global flavors, like Mediterranean-inspired fillings or Asian spice blends. From Korean-inspired kimchi quiche to Mexican chorizo versions, this French classic is getting an international passport. Less than, P greater than. 5. Carrot cake makes its sweet return. Less than, P greater than. This collection of quiche, carrot cake and cheese logs should prove that 70s food is so worth making today. The humble carrot cake became the decade's answer to healthy dessert eating, even though most recipes contained enough oil and sugar to fuel a small car. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. This collection of quiche, carrot cake and cheese logs should prove that 70s food is so worth making today. Today's bakers are lightening up these recipes with alternative flours, natural sweeteners, and creative cream cheese frostings. Some innovative pastry chefs are even incorporating unexpected spices like cardamom and ginger, turning this American classic into a globally inspired treat. The dense, moist texture that made it famous remains unchanged, but the ingredient list reads much cleaner. Less than, P greater than. 6. Black Forest cake returns from German origins. Less than, P greater than. This German-born dessert is an exercise in seeing how many ways you can infuse one cake with cherry flavor. It's composed of layers of chocolate cake that have been thoroughly soaked with kirsch, a clear cherry spirit, and topped with maraschino cherries, while some versions even have sour cherries stuffed between the layers. Though it was first invented in the 1930s, its popularity soared stateside in the 1970s. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. We can't imagine why this gorgeous chocolate cake, complete with layer upon layer of cherries and whipped cream, isn't as popular today as it was back in the 1970s. Known as Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte in Germany, where it was invented, it looks stunning and tastes even better. It's only a matter of time before this one makes a major comeback, surely? Modern versions often substitute the traditional kirsch with cherry juice for family-friendly versions, while maintaining the dramatic visual impact that made it a showstopper at dinner parties. Less than, P greater than. 7. Beef stroganoff slow cooks its way back. Less than, P greater than. Crockpot beef stroganoff is a comforting meal of slow-cooked beef, onions and mushrooms, simmered until tender in a seasoned sauce made rich and creamy with a secret ingredient: condensed mushroom soup. The 70s version relied heavily on convenience ingredients, but the core concept of tender beef in rich, creamy sauce never lost its appeal. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. Contemporary cooks are upgrading this classic by using fresh mushrooms, full-fat sour cream, and slow-cooked beef that falls apart at the touch of a fork. Many are experimenting with different cuts of meat and adding wine for depth of flavor. The result maintains the comfort food essence while elevating the sophistication level considerably. Some restaurants are even featuring gourmet stroganoff on their menus, proving this humble dish deserves respect. Less than, P greater than. 8. Pineapple upside-down cake flips back into fashion. Less than, P greater than. For a change of pace, you can substitute fresh or frozen peach slices for the pineapple in this old-fashioned recipe. The dramatic presentation of caramelized pineapple rings and maraschino cherries made this cake the centerpiece of many 70s celebrations. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. Modern bakers are experimenting with seasonal fruits, artisanal sugars, and even savory versions using vegetables like beets or carrots. The visual drama remains the same, but the flavor possibilities have expanded exponentially. Instagram-worthy presentations feature everything from fig and honey versions to tropical combinations with mango and coconut. The basic technique of caramelizing fruit in the bottom of the pan creates endless possibilities for creative home cooks. Less than, P greater than. 9. Cheese balls roll back into party favor. Less than, P greater than. If you're lucky enough to go to a party today where a cheese ball is present, you know just how fun it is to be faced with a massive amount of cheese rolled up and coated in nuts and herbs. It was a crucial staple to any party in the 1970s. These spherical appetizers disappeared for decades, considered too retro for modern entertaining. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. A tangy and nutty pineapple cheese ball is a delicious combination of sweet with savory. People love it at parties. Today's versions feature artisanal cheeses, fresh herbs, and creative coatings like everything bagel seasoning or crushed pretzels. The Instagram generation has embraced the cheese ball's photogenic qualities, leading to a surge in creative presentations and flavor combinations. From goat cheese and cranberry versions to spicy jalapeno variations, This party favorite proves that some classics never truly go out of style. Less than, P greater than. 10. Casseroles bubble back to life. Less than P greater than these bubbling, golden-topped wonders were the unsung heroes of potlucks, Sunday dinners, and weeknight comfort. Whether it was tuna noodle surprise, creamy chicken divan, or the ever-iconic green bean casserole crowned with crispy onions, these dishes delivered flavor, heart, and a whole lot of cheese. They were cozy, crowd-pleasing, and came together with whatever was hanging out in your pantry. Less than P greater than the return of these recipes is no coincidence. Rising food costs make these resourceful meals particularly appealing. Designed to maximize flavor while minimizing expense, dishes like casseroles and pasta bakes cater to families seeking cost-effective ways to eat well. Casseroles, for instance, are being enhanced with fresh, seasonal ingredients and plant-based alternatives. Jell-O molds have evolved into elegant desserts, featuring natural sweeteners and artisanal components instead of relying on boxed mixes. The one-dish wonder concept appeals to busy families looking for minimal cleanup and maximum comfort. Less than P greater than the revival of 70s comfort food represents more than mere nostalgia. Our grandma's recipes are more than favorite desserts or comfort foods. They serve as conduits for cultural and familial traditions. Preparing a dish passed down through generations offers a tangible connection to each cook's heritage, anchoring individuals in their family's history. In an age of uncertainty and rapid technological change, these familiar flavors offer the kind of comfort that no app can provide. The fact that food historians are documenting this trend suggests it's more than a passing fad. It's a genuine cultural shift toward the kinds of meals that brought families together around the dinner table. 11. Why food historians are actually tracking this trend. It might seem odd that serious academics are spending time documenting our obsession with retro casseroles and Jell-O molds, but food historians see something bigger happening here. They're watching how economic pressures, environmental concerns, and a deep craving for authenticity are reshaping American kitchens in real time. These scholars point out that every major food revival tells us something crucial about the moment we're living in, and right now, we're collectively reaching for recipes that emphasize resourcefulness over extravagance. What's particularly fascinating is how these 1970s dishes align perfectly with today's sustainability goals. Those casseroles our moms made weren't just budget-friendly, they were brilliant examples of using every scrap, stretching proteins with grains, and creating complete meals from humble ingredients. Food historians are documenting recipe modifications across social media platforms, noting how home cooks adapt vintage recipes with modern dietary preferences while preserving their essential character. The trend also reveals our complicated relationship with convenience culture. We want the comfort of home cooking but adapted to fit our contemporary values and busier lifestyles.